So, at last, things are on the move. People are starting to realise you know, the Justice Con thing. People are, I'm talking about outside the fandom. And web pages are suddenly going, what is this? So I just came across this article, and these articles, hopefully if I can find the page, here we go. Um, this is from Variety. Okay, so it says everything we want to know about the Snyder Cut. Snyder Cut Justice League. It's not a Snyder Cut. It's not movie. So the reason why this is good is because it's getting out there. Okay, beforehand it was just a hashtag. It was some sort of fandom that's going on. A lot of people, some people might have heard of it, didn't know too much about it. So at least with more articles like this one, it's the word's really out. And as I said, when I was out on my bike and it said on my t-shirt, release the Snyder Cut, people popped the horn. So it gives me that. Now again, no guarantee that was the reason. But it gives that feeling that the word's getting out, and people may look into it. But just sadly enough, and I've read articles on Radio Times in the UK about it, but it all still mentions that it's not coming here. So will people give up the chase after they see that it's not coming here to the UK, or will they try to find ways of seeing it? So here's what this article says. Ever since the release of Justice League in 2017, many DC comic fans have been actually campaigning to release the Snyder Cut of the film. The movement began after director Zack Snyder had previously helmed two movies set in DC Cinematic Universe, 2013 Man of Steel and 2016's BVS, Dawn of Justice, left the project in middle of post-production amidst a family tragedy. The Avengers director Joss Whedon stepped in to get the project across the finishing line through a process that included substantial reshoots and retools. The result was not particularly well met. Critics had mixed to negative reactions to the film, with Variety calling it as close to generic as a sharp-witted, high-octane comic book movie can get. Audience were also lukewarm on the film. Justice League grossed $229 million domestically and $657.9 million worldwide, against a reported $300 million budget, a drop of more than $200 million from the gross of its predecessor. DC fans quickly took to social media with the hashtag release the Snyder Cut to advocates of Warner Brothers to release Snyder's original intended version of the superhero team. The hashtag continued to sustain itself long after Justice League theatrical release ended, with fans flying a banner reading Warner Brothers released the Snyder Cut of Justice League over New York Comic Con to draw attention towards the movement. Even so, the existence of a Snyder Cut of the film became somewhat of an urban legend, with many doubting if a version made with Snyder Cut as the primary creative voice behind it could be compiled with current resources. However, on November 17, 2019, the second anniversary of Justice League release, Snyder himself cast members Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot took to social media to share the hashtag, adding credibility to the prospect of the cut becoming available to the public. And still people denied this. People that were in the Snyder camp at that time, including myself, was privileged to see and to have conversations with Zack Snyder, and for him to help propel the movement and keep the movement going. Finally in May, Warner Brothers announced plans to release a cut of the film with a production directly led by Snyder. So now that we know the Snyder Cut will be released, that concrete details do we know about? Despite a flurry of fan speculation, few official teases have been made. and much of the work is still ahead for the project. Much information will surely emerge about the new cut over the coming months, but here's what we know about the project. It's not a cut. The Snyder Cut is something, we first of all campaigned for, but we've got so much more now. It's no longer the cut. The cosmic tyrant who seeks to conquer the universe and the mainstay villain for DC Comics and the master of Justice League's primary antagonist, Steppenwolf, it's been reported that Ray Porter had also scenes for Justice League playing Darkseid through motion capture in June. Snyder offered a new footage of the film through Twitter, spotlighting Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman as she enters a cave. The clip concludes by cutting from a horrified Wonder Woman to footage of Darkseid standing atop a volcanic wasteland. How exactly Darkseid will factor into this new cut is yet to be seen. It's aiming for an early to mid 2021 release. Sandra Dewey, President of Productions and Business Operations for Warner Media Entertainment, confirmed the release window in June. Deborah Snyder, the director's wife and production partner, reportedly pitched executives on completing their cut of the film in February, giving the film roughly a year to a year and a half production timeline. The new version has not been announced to have a theatrical or physical release. I do hope it has a physical release. We need this on DVD. I know HBO will keep it on their streaming service in order for you to go and see it. But hopefully one day I hope to have this in my hand. One way that's producing a cut is a must watch for the new streaming service. After entering an already crowded market with its launch in May, the company hopes to wield its global IP to draw subscribers to HBO Max. It's global IP. It's not going global. You know, it's already crowded market. It's launched in May. The company hopes to wield its global IP. We want it global. We want it to the UK. It will be longer than the original version. Leading up to the theatrical release of Justice League, it has been reported that Warner Brothers has fought for a cut of the film that did not exceed 2 hours. The film, released with a 120-minute runtime, Snyder has expressed excitement for how a longer runtime will allow the film more space to explore various characters and ideas. It might not take the form of a feature-length film, although exact details in the format of the Snyder Cut have not been confirmed. It has reported that Snyder outlined the concept of releasing the new version through episodes and cliffhangers in his initial pitch to Warner Media executives, since the project represents an unprecedented investment in a network of an existing film. It remains more than possible for its final form to be outside a traditional feature-length format. The re-edit has a substantial production budget. The Snyder Cut has been reported to have a production budget ranging from 20 to 30 million, reuniting many members of the original post-production team to assemble the new version. The number represents a substantial investment in the project from Warner Brothers. The production will not include reshoots through the Snyder Cut as a multi-million-dollar project. Warner Brothers will not fund reshoots or new scenes with the original cast, according to the Rap reporter Umberto Gonzalez. Take all this pinch of salt. Considering the difficult task of reassembling a high-profile cast, especially under restrictive health regulations due to the virus, the decision is a sensible one. The budget will instead go towards possibilities such as special effects, scoring, ADR. Since many scenes were cut or reworked from Snyder's original version of the film, this is likely plenty of it. There is likely plenty of existing footage to work with in his new cut. Junkie XL's original score will be used for the cut. Junkie XL, who worked on the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice score with Hans Zimmer, was originally attached to Justice League. However, the theatrical release cut of the movie featured music composed by Danny Elfman. Has confirmed that his original score was completed during production. Zack Snyder has since confirmed that he plans to use Junkie XL's score of the film, and let's face it was bad. Okay, I mean I like Danny Elfman, but he was just transfixed on music he wrote for Batman and not wanting to write something new for a film. I think it was just far up his backside. Snyder has expressed interest in working to add new bits of character development in his version, featuring a team of 6 superheroes. The original Justice League showed some difficulty effectively navigating its numerous characters, while viewers were already familiar with Henry Cavill's Superman, Ben's Batman, Gal's Wonder Woman. The film also took on the task of introducing Aquaman, Flash, Cyborg to mixed levels of success. So that's roughly just about it. So hopefully that sort of helps you. Do I believe most of that article? Yeah, stuff about just not making new scenes. I believe they're shooting reshoots or something like that. I believe that. I believe this had been started a while ago. I believe probably at the time as well that Zack had already filmed 90% of the movie and there wasn't that much needed done to it, and that's how we got that picture, of his cut. And I believe he probably had even more stuff somewhere else. So do I love the whole saga? Listen, I'm not minding if it's a movie. I would love the box of Justice League to be about that thick, right? Volume 1, like Lord of the Rings Volume 1, 4 discs or something like that, and then Justice League Part 2 to be the same. So let us know. Also currently Ray Porter, the voice of Darkseid, the Snyder Cut's Darkseid actor appear in New Gods. And what he went on and said is the actor, despite being Stephen Wolf's master and ruler of Hellscape, Darkseid was nowhere to be seen during the theatrical cut of Justice League, earning a brief mention of how his horn-helmeted minion invaded Earth with his parademons. However, Darkseid did factor into Zack Snyder's original version, Ray Porter playing the character. So Ray Porter's actually came out and he's defended the director for New Gods, and he says, please listen, it's up to this woman and who she casts as Darkseid. So it could be another person playing Darkseid. The director then responds and says, you're such a gentleman, Ray Porter, for saying that. To be honest, I would prefer, I think a majority of us would prefer to have one person playing one role, especially if they want to somehow maybe try and connect this to the Justice League. And especially the guy playing Stephen Mills, he was one of the top class actors out there as well. So to see that dynamic on the Snyder's version, then to see more of they two in New Gods, that's common sense. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Bye bye.